The 2015-2016 Texas FFA State Officer Team and the Texas FFA Association would like to submit the following report detailing the progress and accomplishments of the association this past year. The 2015-2016 school year was an incredible year for ag education and the Texas FFA. This short video merely highlights the remarkable year as a whole. We would like to thank all of our members, teachers, staff, board of directors, and sponsors. Without you and all of your hard work and dedication, none of this would have been possible. Please enjoy the following video report.
A rapid growth trend that began in 2009 continued into 2015. At 3:38 p.m. on March 3, 2016, the Texas FFA Association gained its 115,000th member from Eagle Pass FFA. This milestone marks an all-time record for any state association in FFA history, and we are still growing. Texas is the largest state association in both number of members and number of chapters. At the end of the 2015-16 school year, the Texas FFA had 1,032 chapters and 115,941 members. Since 2000, Texas FFA membership has doubled.
16 new and reconstituted agricultural, food, and natural resource programs applied for charters this year. In order to build a strong foundation, these chapters participate in the Texas FFA Jumpstart Academy. This conference was created to help students jumpstart their newly chartered FFA chapters and begin a legacy that will live on in their community for years to come. 15 of these programs successfully completed the charter requirements and were granted permanent charters by the Texas FFA Board of Directors. The remaining one was granted a one-year extension to complete the charter requirements required by the state policy. We are proud of the fact Texas FFA charters new chapters every year. These programs reach a wide variety of students and communities all across the Lone Star State. As our state changes, we must continually adapt to remain relevant for all students.
Texas FFA has had the same 10 area subdivisions in the same configuration since the mid-1950s. Needless to say, the state's demographics have shifted significantly since then. Only recently did the Texas FFA adopt a policy and method for considering the alignment and arrangement of its local chapters and area associations. As a result, the Board of Directors set in motion the first area realignment by means of a public, collaborative process. The process was facilitated by an Area Realignment Commission formed pursuant to policy, made up of various FFA and Ag Ed stakeholders, and chaired by Jerome Timrock. The commission reconvened in March via conference call to produce a final report which was approved by the board and ultimately subject to the will of the student delegates since the areas are described in the association's bylaws. We appreciate the leadership and service of the volunteers who took on the ambitious enterprise and the participation of all stakeholders who provided input. It was the desire of the Texas FFA to conduct a process that was completely open and transparent.
Texas FFA members are engaged in competitions which support classroom instruction, leadership development, and student SAEs. Leadership career development events, which are held in the fall, focus on creating situations for members to demonstrate their abilities in parliamentary law, speaking, critical thinking, and decision-making, and their knowledge of agriculture and the FFA organization. This year, Texas FFA LDE participation surged to record levels, with 86.67% of the state's local chapters having at least one entry at the district level. This statewide participation rate is a high mark for the organization since it began tracking participation data in 2000. Career development events, which are held in the spring, are designed to help members prepare for a career in agriculture by testing and challenging the students' technical, leadership, interpersonal, and teamwork skills, as well as their knowledge of the subject matter. In 2016, Texas FFA had more than 14,100 students participate in 28 different events. Speaking development events are also held in the spring and culminate in the state finals held in conjunction with the annual state convention. These events help members to learn to think on their feet and perfect their skills in the art of public speaking. 1,265 members began the statewide tournament by competing in one of 57 district competitions. This is the greatest number of students engaged in speaking competitions in Texas FFA's 88-year history.
At the 88th National FFA Convention, Texas entries captured 4 national titles: Creed Speaking, Environmental and Natural Resources, Meats Evaluation, and Poultry Evaluation, as well as 1 national runner-up title in Veterinary Science. Texans scored national wins in invitational events held in conjunction with the National FFA Convention. Sandra Day O'Connor came out on top of the Novice Parliamentary Procedure Contest. The Grapeland chapter won their 3rd consecutive title in the Invitational Quiz Contest and also claimed the junior division in that competition.
Texas was well represented in the National Land and Range Contest held in Oklahoma City in May. Hamilton was declared the national champion in range. In addition, Klondike FFA captured top honors in the National Homesite Evaluation Competition. At the 2015 National Wool Judging Contest held in Sonora in June, Seminole emerged as the national champion, and Iron County was runner-up. Texas members also have the opportunity to qualify for and compete in other national career development events. Marion won the American Royal National Livestock Judging Contest in Kansas City, and Needville captured the livestock judging title at the 2016 National Western in Denver.
Texas has been a longtime leader in the FFA's Agri-Science Fair, which provides a showcase for members conducting scientific inquiry in disciplines related to agriculture, food, and natural resources. Texas FFA members brought home 5 national titles in the Agri-Science Fair competition, with 13 of our 21 entries finishing in the top 3. To date, Texas has had 72 Agri-Science Fair champions since the event was initiated in 1998. The National Star Awards represent the best of the best among thousands of American degree recipients. In 2015, Texas FFA was represented by a finalist in all 4 categories. To the best of our knowledge, this was the first time that one state had a finalist in each category in the same year, since the National FFA organization adopted the 4-category format. Thomas Glasscock of Pilot Point, finalist for Star Farmer. Dakota Chrisman of Bells, national finalist in Agribusiness. Roy Tucker of Klein, a national finalist in Agri-Science. And Brett Larson of Pilot Point, national finalist in Placement, rounded out this historic slate of star finalists. Texas FFA members won also 5 National Proficiency Awards while in Louisville. A total of 12 Texans were recognized on stage as National Proficiency Awards finalists.
Texas also showed overall improvement in the National Chapter Award, which recognizes excellence in a chapter's program of activities, with 9 chapters earning 3-star ratings and 15 chapters earning 2-star ratings in the 3-tiered rating system. This is the greatest number of 3-star chapters that Texas has had. The National Hall of States provides an opportunity for each state to showcase its agriculture and agricultural education at the National FFA Convention. Each year, Texas FFA selects 1 chapter to represent the state. In 2015, the James E. Taylor chapter of Katy represented Texas FFA and was named as the winner of the Hall of States competition. Texas entries did well in the Chevron Dello Tractor Restoration Competition. Tractor restoration is frequently used in those programs teaching content in agricultural power and mechanics. Matt Mahler of the Iowa Park chapter was named Grand Prize winner with a 1972 John Deere 4320 tractor. This was Matt's 4th trip to the national finals.
Beginning in June of 2015, Texas FFA launched its 5-year revision of all its competitive events. This revision process is tied to the national FFA organization's revision process, but many of the state's competitions are not national events. The real work of this review and revision has been handled by specially appointed review committees. For the past 11 months, members of 45 different committees participated in 51 conference calls for a total of 432 hours to review rules and make necessary revisions to current event rules.
In 1952 to 53, Texas FFA President Joe Dan Boyd of Winsboro became the first state president to travel full-time on behalf of the Texas FFA. In 1963, Benny Mays of Sulphur Springs became the first full-time traveling officer to drive a vehicle owned by Texas FFA. It was a 1963 Chevy Bel Air 3-speed with the gear shift on the steering column. In 1996 to 97, chapter visits were performed by a team of 2, instead of the state president going solo. This was the start of the traveling team era. Every year, the Texas FFA State Officer Travel Team visits 3 schools per day, every day that school's in session. They develop and deliver a leadership presentation to FFA members all across the Lone Star State. This year, the travel team traveled more than 40,000 miles in the Texas FFA's specially wrapped 2016 Ford F-150, visiting over 350 schools.
Since 1979, the Texas FFA has partnered with the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo to provide training for area officers. In 2016, more than 90 state and area officers attended the State Leadership Conference held at the state capitol in Austin, developing knowledge and skills to train local officers, conduct the affairs of each area, and to represent Texas agriculture education, and the FFA. During the event, the student committee process is initiated as area officers participate in 10 committees chaired by their peers. Those student committees report directly to the Texas FFA Board of Directors. In turn, these area officers conducted area leadership conferences that directly reached thousands of students, representing the state's more than 1,032 local chapters.
The Ford Leadership Scholars Program wrapped up its 6th year in January. This program selects proven leaders on their possession of 6 key leadership characteristics: action, awareness, character, continuous improvement, relationships, and vision. The scholars received intensive leadership training and are then charged with executing a service project in their community. This past group of scholars projects include everything from a community garden to a little free library program to an extra special field day. Texas FFA is proud to announce that a new group of scholars have been selected for 2016 and will work tirelessly to continue the impressive legacy of this program.
The 7th annual Texas FFA Day at the Capitol was held on Tuesday, February 23, 2016. 60 chapters comprising more than 550 FFA members participated in the event in order to learn more about the legislative process, specifically addressing agriculture and agriculture education. This annual event provides a unique opportunity for high school students to learn from various players in the state legislative process. Throughout the day, members and guests had the unique opportunity to sit in the Texas House chamber, walk the Capitol hallways, and see where history has been made since 1889.
In the age of 24-hour news cycle and social media, it is important that the Texas FFA Association strive to communicate with members, parents, teachers, and stakeholders in the most creative and efficient ways. This year, the Texas FFA Foundation spearheaded a new promotional campaign for Texas Team Ag Ed. Thus far, the Texas Needs the FFA initiative has launched a central landing page, mytexasffa.org, with digital assets such as promotional videos, photos, and information. The project also generated the new My Texas FFA app. This new technology makes it easier to stay connected to Texas Team Ag Ed while providing a dynamic tool for communication and sharing of information in a social media environment. The Texas FFA has an impressive following on social media. To date, the association Facebook page has more than 40,000 likes, and the Texas FFA Twitter has nearly 9,200 followers. The association also has an Instagram account with more than 11,400 followers, as well as the new Snapchat account that is growing in popularity.
5 years ago, our association launched Texas FFA News Online, which replaced the Texas FFA insert in the New Horizons magazine and has allowed the Texas FFA to tell our story to a greater audience. This year marked the second year of the Texas FFA News Staff Program. We have thousands of members located all across the state with their own unique story to tell. This program was designed to successfully capture these stories by utilizing talented college students with a passion for journalism. New content is uploaded highlighting chapters, members, and events every month on the 15th.
The association's website is another effective way to communicate with members and teachers. On January 1st, 2016, Texas FFA unveiled an updated website. New features include mobile-friendly menu navigation and current announcements and reminders through graphic rotators on the home page. TexasFFA.org has more than 3.2 million hits per year and remains the home for information and resources related to all association policies, programs, initiatives, and competitive events.
Texas FFA members have the opportunity to advance their education through academic and award-related scholarships. During the 2015-2016 school year, $2,078,000 was awarded to FFA members in the form of academic scholarships. $140,000 was awarded to FFA members through our awards process. $336,600 in scholarship funds were awarded this year to Texas FFA members through the national scholarship process. Thanks to the efforts of the Texas FFA Foundation and support of our many sponsors and partners, we can proudly announce that more than $2.5 million in scholarships were awarded to Texas FFA members this year.
The Texas FFA Association is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. The largest portion of our revenue comes from membership dues, which totaled $1,146,082.33 in 2014 and 2015. Other revenue streams are grants, sponsorships, and event registration. The Texas FFA budget is created by a Texas FFA Board of Directors committee comprised of board members and student officers. The committee submits the budget to the Board of Directors for approval. The budget is then submitted to the delegates for approval at the Texas FFA Convention. Association financials are audited every year by an independent auditor and are reported to the Texas FFA Board of Directors. The audit for the 2014-2015 year is available on the Texas FFA website. In 2014 and 15, our total revenues were $2,471,782.33, and total expenses were $2,384,013.34, resulting in a margin of $87,768.99. This money will go into operating reserves to fund special projects to benefit members or into the Texas FFA's investment accounts to generate revenue to support operations.
The Texas FFA Association and the community partners of Dallas partner together to provide backpacks filled with age-appropriate school supplies to children in the Dallas area. At the 88th Annual Texas FFA Convention, chapters were encouraged to contribute backpacks filled with school supplies to directly impact students within Dallas. This spring, Ford Driving Skills for Life and the Texas FFA Foundation challenged members to complete the online driving academy. Local FFA chapters were encouraged to share the program with their peers and community, promoting a safer driving experience for all. Students that completed the online course were randomly selected to experience a hands-on driving clinic During the 2016 state convention, Texas FFA was proud to partner with a program such as Ford Driving Skills for Life to encourage safe driving and make local schools and communities a safer place to live.
We hope you enjoyed our annual report of the 2015-2016 school year. As you can tell, the Texas FFA continually improves year to year. Our aim in every endeavor is to improve upon the 88 years of tradition in the Texas FFA of developing students' potential through premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through ag education. This report is respectfully submitted by the 2015-2016 Texas FFA State Officer Team. Thank you.